There has been yet another somewhat confirmed but more so rumored report of a casting for Prince Daemon. I actually reported on this a few months back, and my sources have stated that this guy was kind of one of the top contenders. He wasn't the number one on-call person, which was reportedly Ragnar Lothbrok, aka Travis Fimmel. But this guy Matt Smith is reportedly in talks with HBO in order to play the role of Prince Daemon, or maybe some Targaryen in House of the Dragon. In this video, I want to talk about his acting abilities and if he will actually be playing a role in the Game of Thrones prequel series known as House of the Dragon. Before we get started, if you could please do me a massive favor and slap a like on this video. The like goal is going to be 420. Get it? Weed. Also, make sure you're subscribed, and then this is the most important part. Make sure you have your notifications turned all the way on, so that way you'll get an alert every single time I drop a video throughout the wait for House of the Dragon Season 1, or as it's known on this channel, The Lone Knot. Now, most of these rumors about Matt Smith being cast in House of the Dragon come from an online magazine that basically stated that their sources are saying that he's in talks, with no actual proof and no real legitimate source like Entertainment Weekly or Deadline, which are typically the ones who confirm all of the casting for HBO and Game of Thrones, but none of them were listed in this article. So this online website basically just said, this guy, Matt Smith, is in talks. And of course, an online magazine retweeted that, and everybody went fucking nuts. I spent like the last several hours arguing with people back and forth who I initially respected because I loved their artwork. It was like pretty unique looking. It's like a Disney sort of like a Song of Ice and Fire met Disney kind of. But anyway, that's besides the point. Everybody was going nuts, and most of the reaction was that they didn't like him. And the main reason why they didn't like him is because he doesn't look like I guess a traditional Targaryen, how they're described in the books. And what we got to realize is that this dude Matt Smith actually does look a lot. He looks a lot like fucking Wilf Scolding, who is the guy that played Rhaegar, who was supposed to be like, you know, super pretty Targaryen, who got all the ladies, who was able to convince Lyanna to come with him to Dorne and have Jon Snow. Debate me down in the comment sections on whether you think Jon Snow's parents are R plus L equals J. In my opinion, it's pretty fucking obvious. But anyway, among the arguments was that, you know, this guy doesn't look anything like how we pictured Daemon would look. There's a bunch of stan accounts on Twitter who are saying that this guy Matt Smith is super ugly, and because he's super ugly, he won't fit the role of Daemon, even though he's tall as fuck, and he actually knows Emilia Clarke. Supposedly they're like really good friends, you know what I mean? So the relationship with HBO there is some credibility to these rumors, but let me know if you think that it's kind of ridiculous that the standards are so, like, you know, reversed. I'm gonna wrap this video up. It wasn't never gonna be very long, but I'm gonna wrap it up with a quick Prince Daemon character profile bio, so we can see if Matt Smith really fits the characteristics of him. Prince Daemon was most notably known as a skilled warrior. He was considered dangerous, dashing, daring. He was amoral, reckless, and he was quick to take offense if anybody would talk shit to him. He could be charming, but he was also pretty fucking hot-tempered. So just imagine a Targaryen Jaime Lannister, if you will. The actor who plays him needs to be pretty tall. Matt Smith is 6 foot, and he played soccer. I think he played sports for a long time. He looks like someone who will whoop the floor with most fucking people. So he's definitely got that imposing aspect. So he'll probably be bigger than most of the other actors, but they also need to be able to play a range. And Matt Smith was known for playing one of the doctors on Doctor Who. I think he's like the 11th incarnation of him, but also he was in Terminator Genesis. He was in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, a movie that required him to, if I'm not mistaken, whoop some ass. But also, more so recently, he played Prince Philip on The Crown, and that actually got him, if I'm not mistaken, an Emmy nomination. He may have actually won, but I think he was at least nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award. And that's pretty important. That's all that's important, is the fact that he can physically play someone who looks like the Targaryens who have appeared in Game of Thrones. And remember, this show is set in that universe, in the Game of Thrones television universe, not in the A Song of Ice and Fire book universe. It's based off of that. It's an adaptation of that. They tried to mirror it as much as possible. Ryan Condal, Miguel Sapochnik, and George R. Martin are going to do as much as they can to mirror what made the book so successful, but also they have to realize that this is set in the Game Game of Thrones universe. So the actors and actresses who have played Targaryens in the past, Jon Snow, Daenerys Targaryen, her brother Viserys, they all have to follow, and Rhaegar, they all have to follow a look aesthetic. This is only 150, 200 years before the main storyline, and Targaryens fuck each other, so their family looks the same. This guy, Matt Smith, looks like Wilf Scolding, who sort of looks like Jon Snow, who ultimately sort of looks like Viserys and Daenerys. This is kind of the common theme they have to keep up with. So all the people that want Daemon to be like this Disney fucking porn star looking character, I don't think that's gonna happen, although it may, we might get him in Travis Fimmel. I'm just saying, Matt Smith is definitely capable of playing Daemon Targaryen because he's got the acting chops. I don't think they give Emmys or nominate people for Emmys unless they can act their ass off. And if he won't play Daemon, well then I'm pretty sure he could play someone like Aemon One-Eye. Although we gotta realize that Matt Smith is 38, and that's about 10 years younger than Daemon in the books, or when he dies at least, he's like 49. But we know that the adaptation will play around with their ages a little bit. Matt Damon could definitely have a wig thrown on him, and those upper eyebrow forehead creases thing make him look even more like Jon Snow and Rhaegar, the actors who played him on the TV show. Not their description in the books or all of the many, many beautiful drawings and renditions that are done by fans of their work, but they look like the actors that were played in the original series. And also, Paddy Considine, who is the one actor that has been confirmed for the series to play King Viserys, is that Matt Smith even looks like him. Well, alright, I'm gonna get out of here. If you all enjoy these shorter commentary style videos, let me know down below in the comment section, or if you prefer the lore style, longer videos that take me a while to edit, and that means I don't get to upload them as frequently. Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, want to thank you all so much for watching. If you could please slap a like on this video, so like goal is going to be traditionally 420. Also, make sure you're subscribed, and then this is the most important part. If you've already slapped the like, then make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have your notifications turned all the way on, like 2 and 11. So that way you'll get an alert every single time I drop a video throughout this long night. Super special shout out to every single person you see listed right here, as they are all members of my Patreon family over on patreon.com/SirHunsReviews. If you all watching are interested in joining, check out the link down below in the description, or the link that's popped off at the end of this video. I want to thank you all so much for watching again. My name is Mark, and this has been Sir Huns Reviews.